everyone, welcome to the Micromax 8-1B camera review. So let me tell you, the hardware of the camera is not very impressive, but the work it does is just So let me start off with the camera hardware. The rear camera setup consists of a 13 megapixel main sensor which can shoot 1080p videos, then a 2 megapixel depth sensor that does its work perfectly. And coming to the selfie camera, it's an 8 megapixel selfie camera which can shoot 1080p videos. See, the camera hardware is not very impressive, right? Well, let's see what it does. So at first, let's take a look at the daylight images. The daylight images out of the main camera is pretty decent with average dynamic range. In this image, the colors are a bit vibrant but still it's natural. But in this image, I felt some over-sharpening which was unnecessary, but other than that, it's just fine. Now onto the daylight selfies. So there is a very good dynamic range and also there is not any skin smoothing type of thing, so that's a very good thing. Now onto the portrait mode. And man oh man, this is what I love the most about this phone. So one good feature of this phone is that you can actually change the amount of blur, and I always like the blur at around 80% blur. So in this photo, the edge detection has been very accurate, and you can see the background is completely blurred while the foreground is absolutely clear. So in this photo, the viewfinder showed a completely messy image. The leaf was not at all clear. Some part was clear, but the other part was artificially blurred, which I completely thought this photo is going to be screwed. But after the 3 seconds countdown, the photo that came out was awesome. Like, the edge detection was so nice, it was perfect. The contents of the leaf was crystal visible. The background was blurred absolutely naturally. So the portrait mode is always awesome in this phone. Coming to the selfie portraits, so most of the time the edge detection is awesome, but sometimes in lower light conditions they just mess up the photo. While taking portraits, I would highly suggest that you go in a slightly better light condition because light really matters for the depth sensor to work properly. Now on to the low light photos. So to test this, I took 2 photos, one with the night mode and the other with the flashlight turned on. And the difference is clearly visible. The night mode is good, it's well exposed, but there is a lot of blurred parts and noise, but in the flashlight, crispy clear. So now it's time for the video. So the video is something that's not very special and nor it is so bad. It's just like average. So here is an example of the video taken out of the rear camera. So you saw there is a lot of over sharpening which is unnecessary, and also the dynamic range is not very high, it's just average or maybe like sometimes below average. But here is a sample from the selfie camera. So this is the video out of the selfie camera, 1080p, 30 frames per second. The audio is from the microphone of the phone. So yeah. In this video, my skin has been very well exposed, the background is also very exposed, the dynamic range is perfect, it's not too sharp, it's not too smoothened, it's just perfect. The audio is not very special, it's not very good, but it's just what you need for doing video calls and things. This is the part where I realized megapixels are truly a scam. Referring back to Takai's video which he did a while back, and shout out to him, thanks man for making people know this, like don't fall for the trap. So the last thing, I got a software update recently which consisted of a slow-mo feature added to the camera. So let me tell you, the slow-mo feature is straight up unusable. It's low resolution and I think they need to work more on this. But anyways, here is a sample if you want to check that out too. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Until next video, I'll see you later.